Hey guys, Cam for 15 back at it with another video for you guys. I am back talking some more My Dress Up Darling episode review for you guys as we are continuing on with more of this great show. So this week we get introduced to a new character, and then we also, well, a few new characters, and then we get reintroduced, or we're getting the return of Juju, which, funny enough, obviously in my last episode review I did say, I'm like, hey, where is Juju or her sister? Like, are they gonna be a part of this season? Because it's like, they're friends and everything, so it's like it would make sense, to bring Juju and maybe her sister back. Lo and behold, a week later, I get what I wanted, because I was like, I'm okay with, meeting all these new friends and these new characters that Gojo and Kitagawa are getting to meet and everything. But it's like, I wonder how Juju and her sister are doing. Like, why not ask them? And of course, at the end of the episode, we have it where they're gonna do this cosplay thing of, them dressing up as basically nuns, right? And basically they need one last member. At first I was thinking it was gonna be Akira. Um, so that now that potentially could still be a thing that maybe might potentially happen, but they called Juju to help, right? But anyways, this episode basically we kind of get just a little bit of, a new character meeting with Akira, and then as well as finally meeting Suzuka, that is one of Kitagawa's friends. So, they go to this cosplay event right now. Kitagawa is not cosplaying at this event because of, remember from the last week, she's gaining a little weight. So we already see it how in this episode, like, she's not cosplaying because she has to get her weight down. And we even see it near the tail end of the episode, like, she was skeptical about doing the cosplay with the nuns and stuff like that, but her friends were like, look, it's okay, just do it, right? And she ended up doing it, right? And it's also funny because we actually see her eating like legitimate salad, and I think Suzuka's like, I can see why you sound so, or you're not looking so happy while eating, because, well, you're eating salad. um Look, I like a good salad myself, but I don't know if I could go on a diet straight salad. That would be crazy. But yeah, so for people that do diets like that, I commend you for that. I could never go on a diet unless, like, I want to fast for whatever reason. But essentially we have it to where they split. Gojo and Kitagawa split up. Now Gojo has kind of been, I guess, talking with this person, obviously Akira, I'm guessing over, probably, social media or something like that. Just to reach out, like, I guess they've been in each other's DMs, just talking and everything, because Gojo saw a cosplay that she ended up doing, that he was very like, oh wow, this looks really cool. I would like to meet her and ask her some or I'd like to meet him, because he actually thought like Akira was a boy, right? And it makes sense because Akira can also be a boy's name, especially in Japanese terms, right? um and things like that. So yeah, now Kitagawa goes to meet up with Suzuka, who's at the cosplay event. They're all happy to see each other again, and they're also waiting to see Amane-san. So Amane actually does return, and they're like, oh, I just wonder what's going on and what's taking him so long, right? And also too, Kitagawa does show Suzuka that she's got her new camera, because remember, she got the new camera that she sent up, or or saved up a lot of money to get. So obviously you have some cute adorable moments between the two, and it just goes to show you their friendship is really funny. So they end up actually meeting up with Amane-san, and Amane was actually taking pictures, and Amane's like, oh, I'm so sorry for being late and everything. And it's the whole thing of like, because she's playing this one cartoon character, she's cosplaying as this cartoon character, and somebody saw her and they're like, oh my goodness, you look so cute and everything, can I take a picture? And he's like, yeah, sure, yeah, go right ahead. And it ends up becoming a whole line where this guy's getting his picture taken and everything. Now this is also the first time Suzuka is meeting Amane, so she's absolutely shocked, like, wait, this is a boy. And legitimately one of the funniest lines she says. She legitimately is like, this boy, his cosplay is so cute, yet so lewd. And I'm just like, where is the lewdness coming from? I don't know. I don't know. Look, hey, all I can say is, if Suzuka's not taken in this show, I ship it. Let my man Amane have a girl that actually appreciates him cosplaying. I would be down for it. If actually calling this dude Lou, maybe the fact that she's saying it's Lou because he dressed up as a girl character and he's cosplaying as a girl character. I don't know, but when she said that, I'm like, okay, all right, okay, all right. Anyways, Amane asks Kitagawa like, "Hey, where is Gojo?" And Kitagawa was like, "Oh, Gojo's meeting this person he's been talking to online." Um, so he's doing that. He's like probably like right down the street, from where we're at. So this is also when they start to take pictures of Amane, and Suzuka's like, "Hey, kind of teach it, kind of or reveals like, hey, I know I'm kind of cutting, but it's okay." It kind of gives a breakdown of like, as long as I take one photo or so, that's the thing. And then she also kind of does a breakdown of like different photos, like taking different photos from different like, I guess, shots or locations. Like she takes a photo of Amane like basically getting on one knee, essentially, and different like essentially showing like you can get different angles using the camera to get like probably even better photos than just taking a photo of just standing up, right? And Kitagawa was learning all these things, so it's only gonna help her, her cosplaying, and then telling Gojo because Gojo eventually is shown and everything about this whole stuff, and so it's only gonna help Gojo when he's taking pictures of Kitagawa for the cosplay, like to essentially do those type of angles where maybe he's shooting the angle where he's like from the ground or from the side or even tilting the camera in a weird way to make it just, I guess, the photo stand out a bit more. So again, you're still seeing different like flavors to the whole cosplay thing. And then they also meet with Suzuka's friends. I think her name was Mia. She's dressed up or she's cosplaying as a boy character, but she's a girl character. So that's the thing. But then that's when we get introduced to Akira, right? So Gojo was waiting. He's very excited to meet Akira. And then when Akira shows up, and because they meet up at the same location, right? He's thinking like, oh, a dragon with a Sukajon jacket with a dragon, and he sees, Kira walking up, and he looks up and he's like, oh, you're a girl. And he's like, excuse me, are you Akira? And Akira's like, are you walking now? And they're like, yeah. And they're just like, oh, okay. So, they're kind of weirded out because it's like they both thought like, oh, well, again, Akira thought like Wakana was a girl. Gojo thought that that Akira was a boy. So they kind of got confused, but it doesn't create any tension. They kind of actually hit it off a bit, right? So the reason why Gojo wanted to meet Akira was because she did this cosplay of like this like character in a freaking in this dragon jacket with a katana, right? And he was very much impressed by that. And we actually find out like no, this cosplay isn't of a cosplay of an anime like she's done, right? It's a cosplay like an OC, an original character, right? That she did. So and then they kind of do a breakdown of like more cosplays, but typically sometimes some people actually do that in the cosplay realm. They make their own like with drawings, right? Some people make their own original created character. Sometimes some cosplayers, they just dress up just to dress up as an original character that they may have came up with, or they just have an idea to, just dress up as. And it actually looked pretty cool, right? So, you just have this nice conversation between the two where they're getting to know each other better. And everything. And the thing is, Akira doesn't believe like her cosplay, what she did was, pretty stand out, and it was pretty much of like, I guess in her eyes, like it wasn't worthy enough of being a good one. But Gojo's like, look, that may be the case, but I thought it was amazing, right? Now it's funny because he's like, "Whoa, I didn't mean it like that," but you get my point, right? So that's the thing. But he also wanted to ask her more things about cosplay, which it seems like he tried to ask her a lot, but it's like she's like, "Oh, I didn't expect all this," and stuff like that. So, yeah, but she did actually take to heart what his words were saying. So that's the thing. Now, Kitagawa gives a call to Gojo, and he's like, "Hey, my friends want to meet up," and we see Kitagawa. It's like, "Hey, Gojo, there you are," and everything. And when Akira sees Kitagawa, she's like, "What the hell?" So I don't know. In the rest of the episode, she has I want to say this weird energy towards Kitagawa. I don't know if she's like shy or if she's maybe jealous. I don't know. I couldn't really tell because in the end of the episode, like, when they're talking about the cosplay to do the nun stuff, right? They're looking between where Kitagawa's talking, Mia and Suzuka. They're like, and then they look back over at Akira, which we find out that Akira is actually friends with Suzuka and Mia, which is crazy, right? So small world, right? But they're like, is thing gonna be okay? So look, I don't know with the way the episode kind of appeared. Maybe my comment section can help me out here, because I don't know if it's like, oh, maybe she's like shy of Marin because maybe Marin's beauty or something like that, or maybe the thing is maybe it's like, oh, she was hitting it off with this guy that was appreciating her cosplay and stuff like that, and maybe she was starting to like Gojo, and maybe she was starting to have feelings for him. And then all of a sudden, she sees Kitagawa and she's like, "Oh, he has another girl in his life," and maybe she must think that Gojo and Kitagawa are dating. I don't know. It's only implied, like, and then even further on in that cafe scene, like the aura she was giving, like as if she was like maybe jealous or something, like I don't know, or maybe she was shy, or maybe she doesn't, maybe I'm completely wrong, maybe she knows Kitagawa and she just don't like Kitagawa. I don't know. But the episode made it seem like as if she has some sort of feelings towards Kitagawa, whether that is if she actually knows Kitagawa, but Kitagawa played it off like as if she doesn't know who Akira is. So I'm guessing she doesn't know who she is, but maybe or maybe Akira does know. Maybe Akira is also maybe jealous because remember, Kitagawa is doing the freaking magazine shoots, and maybe that's how Akira knows of Kitagawa through the magazine shoots with the fact that she's been taking magazine photos. And maybe she feels like, that should be me or something like that. Or I don't know. Maybe she came across Kitagawa on one of the shoots, right? And it was kind of like maybe something between the two, and maybe the people for the photo shoots chose Kitagawa over her, and she's had some sort of resentment over her about that. Many various reasons as to why it seems like that's the case. I would hope that one, do not spoil it for me, please. Do not spoil it. I would like to figure out and see like the relationship or what the issue is between the two. If you want to imply, look, if you want to put in the comment section like implying, like no, this is somewhat what Akira is feeling without going too much into spoilers. You're more than welcome to do that. I will accept that, right? I just don't know if she's like shy, jealous, or mad at her or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, they go to this cafe just to talk a bit, and they kind of talk about like different cosplays and things like that. And that's when they end up doing like wanting to do this one cosplay that's kind of like a spooky type of theme cosplay, shooting in this one area, right? And essentially they want to do like this nun type of thing, right? So they all sign up to do it. Kitagawa obviously eventually joins in because she was debating like, I don't know if I should do this because I can't really cosplay because I have to lower my weight. But her friends were like, oh, who cares, like just do the cosplay, like what's the thing, right? And plus she's wearing a nun outfit, you're not showing any skin or anything, so it's not like we're gonna see any fatness, right? And then obviously they need one more person. At first I was thinking, again, like I said, they were going to ask Akira, but seemingly she didn't speak up in this conversation. Um, she didn't speak up in this conversation. So then that's when Kitagawa was like, "Hey, I know this one person that maybe might be interested," and she calls actually Juju because that's what I'm saying. Like, she's calling Juju, right? And she does call Juju, and Juju picks up the phone. She's like, "What do you want?" And then that's kind of where the episode ends off. So, I'm guessing next week we're gonna see the nun cosplay happening. The stages to the nun cosplay being um built up because obviously in a weird way the ending also does give away like the cosplay she's doing. Now that I'm realizing this, like when you go to the ending song, you like it shows the cosplay outfit she's more than likely going to be doing the course of the season. So none was next up on the list after the school one. So yeah, but anyways, that's basically it. Like this episode, like Akira, like all the new characters that we got introduced, and stuff like that. So yeah, and I'm just happy to see that Juju's coming back. I wonder if Juju's actually gonna bring her sister along to help out with the photos and stuff like that, because it'd be cool to see her sister too. But anyways, I'm gonna get out for guys. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts, hit that subscribe button if you want to get more My Dress Up Darling content or any other anime content I upload to the channel. Till then, guys, stay safe out there. Have a great rest of your day or your night watching this video, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace.